benchmark price in HPI data is hot off the press for July of 2024, and it's not looking so hot. Over the past months, we've seen declines in our local market, the GTA, and Canada as a whole. As sales volume sluggish, the data is reflecting that, showing pressure on prices. Today, we'll be going over the benchmark price in HPI data for Hastings, Prince Edward County, how it compares with Toronto and the GTA, and Canada as a whole. First up, we will start with our local market, Hastings in Prince Edward County, which is and continues to be the top performing market out of these three over the past few months. So HPI coming in at 352, that's up 0.8% year over year and 2.6% year to date. Now this is the only market out of these three that's up year over year and year to date. All the markets are down month over month from the June numbers. Benchmark price is sitting at 575,200. Again, same percentage increases and decreases as HPI, just a different metric to track it. This is the lowest we've seen benchmark price since February of 2024, but we're still seeing year over year and year to date increases in benchmark price in Hastings and Prince Edward County. Next, Greater Toronto Area, as Toronto still continues to struggle with its volatile condo market, building inventory. It's a much different market than ours because the property types are much more diverse. So you have different micro markets in different pockets of the city and different asset classes, which affect these benchmark price and HPI numbers. So HPI clocks in just under Hastings and Prince Edward County. So we actually have a higher HPI than Toronto, obviously much lower benchmark price. Toronto HPI coming in at 350.9, showing that HPI is down 5% year over year. So this is the biggest decline for year over year across these three markets, but it's up 3% year to date, showing the volatility in Toronto with that 8% swing. Benchmark price sits just under 1.1 million at 1,097,300. Lastly, Canada. So Canada HPI continues to be much lower than not only our local market, but GTA, and that just shows that prices are lower in other areas of the country than Ontario, because Toronto and Hastings, Prince Edward County are in Ontario. Ontario usually has higher prices along with BC, and you see lower prices across the rest of the country. So HPI in Canada sitting at 306.6. This shows a decline of 3.9% year over year, similar to Toronto, just a little bit less of a decline, and a 2.6% increase year to date. So again, the volatility and data of Toronto is definitely affecting Canada because Toronto has a huge number of sales, has a huge number of properties, big population. So the Canada numbers are very skewed by what's happening in the GTA and Vancouver. Benchmark price in Canada sitting at 724,800, almost $400,000 lower than the GTA and $150,000 higher than our local market, sitting kind of in the middle there. Obviously, this is very much impacted by Vancouver and Toronto prices as well, because we don't see these high prices across most of the country in Canada. All in all, this data mirrors the June data pretty closely as we continue to see broad declines across these three markets since April of this year. Now, the question is this just normal seasonality going into a slower summer market, or do we continue to see these declines into the fall as we see building inventory and pressure on prices? Really, only time will tell. I think the August data will likely reflect similar numbers to what we've seen today. And if we do see an uptick, we'll see that in September, October. If we continue to see a downtrend, the September and October numbers, again, will tell the story. So hopefully you guys found this video informative. Quick market update for our July benchmark price and HPI numbers. Stay tuned next week for a new video. Thanks for watching.